If you want financial success, you do not need to learn the secrets of the wealthy. You need to live by the principles of financial success. Welcome to Retire Mentorship. I'm your host, Freeman Lindy, certified financial planner. I'm a co-founder of Lacrosse Financial Planning, a certified financial planner, a licensed tax expert and preparer, and the author of 3D Retirement Income. I've helped dozens of clients retire successfully and stay successfully retired. And I do that by working one-on-one with them through my financial planning firm and by teaching and reinforcing strategies through this YouTube channel and podcast. There are 7 principles of financial success. They are planning, discipline, patience, knowledge, belief, action, and partnership. We covered the first 4 in one video and the 5th in another, and we'll tackle the last 2 today. If you missed the first 2, pause this, go back and watch or listen to those episodes, and then pick up here. Links in the description. Let's dive in. Pillar number 6, action. Knowledge is important, belief is essential, action is critical. No amount of knowing or believing will matter if you do not act. You need to act on everything you need to do. You don't save on lifetime taxes because you know and believe in Roth conversions. You save in lifetime taxes by doing them. Act, do, get it done. The pillars all support one another. Maybe this is the one you're missing, or perhaps you have the propensity to act and are ready to believe, but you lack a proper plan and the proper knowledge of what to do. Get those first, then act. Get your will, power of attorney, health directive, beneficiaries, transfer on death deed, and trust done. Act, get it done. You know you need it. What is stopping you? Get your 401k looked at so you can get it appropriately invested. Then reallocate it. Get it done. Act. Knowledge, belief, and action are the winning trifecta, especially on the foundation of a financial plan. Add discipline and patience to your action and plan, and you are creating a powerful formula for success. All of this can be overwhelming. Knowing everything you need to know, creating a plan, acting on that plan continually for decades is tough even for the smartest and most disciplined people. Most people will not be successful at the first 6 pillars without the 7th pillar. And that leads us, of course, to pillar number 7, partnership. Financial success is a marathon, not a sprint. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Choose far over fast. You can hire someone to do just about anything for you these days. Many of those tasks and projects can also be done without help. YouTube has made it possible to learn how to do just about anything yourself. I used to mow my own grass because I liked the exercise outdoors. I shovel my driveway for the same reasons. I can install an electrical outlet, light fixture, and a toilet myself, and I could certainly have paid a service to do these activities for me. But I was more of a do-it-yourselfer with these types of tasks. But I would never perform my own open heart surgery, nor do I correct my own vision with LASIK. The stakes are too high, and the training required to do it successfully is too great for me to think that I can do it myself after reading a couple of books and watching a few YouTube videos. I don't recommend that people create their own financial plan or manage their own investments for the same reason. I realize I'm completely biased in that opinion, as are surgeons. We both get paid to perform our specialties on others, but I stand by it. You can make too many financial mistakes with financial planning, such as buying insurance you don't need and paying taxes beyond what's required. There are too many opportunities you could miss. You can try to save some money by not hiring a financial planner, but any good one will make or save you far more money than you'd pay them. The same is true with investing. Your portfolio funds your plan. The 4 horsemen steal hundreds of thousands of dollars over their victims' lifetimes. Many fall prey to them because they do not want to pay for help. The greatest risk in your finances is not market volatility. It may not even be inflation. It's likely to be your own behavior, opportunities missed, and mistakes made. I meet with potential clients all the time who are managing their own finances for years and would have been far better off had they worked with the right planner from the start. And they agree. The most common refrain I hear after going through the planning process is, "I wish I had known this earlier." The stakes are too high for you to go it alone. Partnering with a professional does not mean that you hand everything over and take no interest or responsibility for your finances. It's still your money and your life. You are still the hero in your story, but you need a guide. Luke Skywalker had Yoda. Frodo Baggins had Gandalf. The heroes in all the best stories all had a mentor or a guide to help them overcome the obstacles and to teach them the way. Seeking guidance and advice and planning doesn't make you weak, naive, or dumb. It makes you wise, confident, and smart. It's not an amateur athlete who hire coaches. It's the professionals. Pro athletes are the best in the business, and yet they all have coaches and guides to make them better. If you want to get to the next level with your finances, partner with a planner to be your guide, mentor, and coach. If you are someone who believes you can learn enough to have the right temperament to create and stick to a comprehensive plan for decades on your own, feel free to skip this video and go on to the next one. For the rest of us, we need to know how to find the right partner. Not all financial advisors are created equal. You need an independent, fee-only, fiduciary financial planner. What does that mean? We've done a few episodes on fiduciary planning industry, and you can find links to those in the description, but let me point out one key differentiator. That is fiduciary versus suitability. There are two standards that financial professionals are held to: the fiduciary standard and the suitability standard. The fiduciary standard requires recommendations to be in the client's best interest. If a professional is evaluating two options and option A is better for the client than option B, they must recommend option A. The suitability standard allows any recommendations if they fit the client's situation, but they do not have to be in the client's best interest. If option B pays the professional more than option A and it still fits the client's circumstances, the professional can recommend option B and ignore the better option altogether. Professionals must follow one or the other depending on a few factors, which we'll get into in a minute. You might be thinking to yourself, wait a minute. Why would anyone want to work with a professional under the suitability standard? I don't want any recommendations that are worse for me because they pay the professional more. I agree. You would think that all financial recommendations would have to be in the client's best interest, but they're not all held to that standard. You, however, should insist that recommendations that you are getting are in your best interest alone and not in the interest of someone else's pocketbook. How do you know which standard a professional is under? Well, here's a quick tip. All commissionable financial products fall under the suitability standard. If a professional recommends a product that pays a commission, it only needs to be suitable for you. A professional cannot recommend a 25-year-old buy a retirement income annuity. That's not suitable. But they can recommend that a 55-year-old buy one, even though it's a fixed income amid rising costs. If you're not sure if a product is commissionable, look for the explicit fee the professional is getting paid. You can see the fees in a financial planning fee. You can see the line item on an investment advisory account that gets paid to the firm. If you can't see the fees, it pays a commission. And you can always ask, does this product pay a commission? And what is that commission? And what percentage goes to you? And which percentage goes to the firm? Beware of any commissionable products. Insurance, annuities, A shares, and C shares all pay commissions, and none of them need to be in your best interest. The reason they don't need to be in your best interest is because they seldom are. All financial advice falls under the fiduciary standard. You're not buying a product, you're paying for advice. It follows that the advice must be in your best interest. Investment advisory is the most prominent version of the fiduciary model. You are paying for advice on your investments, and that advice must be in your best interest. The professional doesn't make any additional commissions and is agnostic from one fund to another from a compensation standpoint. They get paid the same regardless. One problem is that someone can claim to be a fiduciary if they offer fiduciary services. The question, are you a fiduciary, does not go far enough. They may be a fiduciary on your investments in their advisory accounts, but not on your insurance or annuities that they recommend outside of that account. You should ask, are you a fiduciary 100% of the time you are working with me and in 100% of the recommendations you give me? That is a much better way to phrase that. Let me say that again. You should ask, are you a fiduciary 100% of the time you are working with me and in 100% of the recommendations that you give me? That's a much, much better way to ask that question. In my opinion, you should only accept advice that's in your best interest. You must be willing to pay for it, since you are paying for advice directly is the only way to ensure that it's in your best interest. You are paying a professional anyway, whether directly or indirectly via commissions. You might as well see precisely what you are paying and know that the recommendations you are getting are in your best interest. Let's look at two more elements of the professional you may want to work with: compensation and competence. First, compensation. Insurance companies and broker-dealers produce and sell products that pay the representative large commissions and can be recommended even if they aren't best for you. Furthermore, insurance-based professionals usually must sell a quota of insurance products to keep their jobs or benefits. This provides a massive conflict of interest between you and the professional. Even if the professional offers fee-based planning and advice, they still have a quota to fill of insurance products. This can skew their perception of what's best for you. Insurance-based professionals are subject to an enormous amount of internal sales training on their products, and they can come to sincerely believe that their products are the best strategy. They are not malicious, greedy, or callous. They likely genuinely believe that the recommendations are best. But their internal conflicts of interest can be difficult even for the most ethical person to overcome. Commission products pay far more. A professional can recommend you put $6,000 into an advisory Roth IRA that pays them 0.25% per quarter, and they will earn $15 right now. Or they can recommend that you put it into a permanent life insurance product and get paid an 80% commission and earn $4,800 right now. $15 or $4,800. Do you think that might skew their belief about which is better for you? Do you think this discrepancy might cause them to look at all the benefits of permanent life insurance and ignore all the downsides while simultaneously exaggerating the risks of an equity Roth IRA? Or suppose you have $300,000 to roll over. They might recommend something in your best interest. They can recommend an advisory IRA and earn $750 now, or put it into an annuity that pays $21,000. Again, $750 versus $21,000. I could see how that representative could convince themselves that the product is in your best interest. When you must sell a product and it will pay you 30 to 300 times as much now, there's a whole lot of incentive to find every reason why that commission product is in the client's best interest. What if you need commissionable products? What if you think you might need insurance or an annuity? How do you know if you're truly in need or not? Pay for a comprehensive financial plan covering those topics from someone who doesn't sell the products themselves. A fee-only financial advisor and planner do not and cannot sell commissionable products. If you genuinely need insurance, the financial plan will recommend it. And if you truly need an annuity, they can recommend an advisory version of that pays them the exact same as an investment account. It erases the compensation conflict of interest. Fee-only advisors and planners aren't affiliated with any insurance companies or broker-dealers. If you want to avoid those conflicts of interest, skip any professional affiliated with a broker-dealer or insurance company and look for a fee-only registered investment advisor. Lastly, let's look at competence. You also want a certain level of competence. The licensing process to become a financial professional is a low bar to climb over. Look for more than a professional's mere existence in the field. Financial designations are a quick and easy way to see competence levels. Those are the letters behind the professional's name. But to understand what the designation means. You might see John Smith, CLU, and think he could help you with your financial planning as a fiduciary. But then you realize it stands for Chartered Life Underwriter. It means that he's an expert at recommending permanent life insurance. Perhaps that wasn't what you were looking for. The Certified Financial Planner designation is the gold standard in comprehensive financial planning. CFP professionals must pass a rigorous education course, a 6-hour exam, and have the required experience level to get that designation. They're also held to a higher standard of ethics, and you can find more about all of that at cfp.net. Look for financial planners with the CFP marks. They will have the required competence to give you advice across all personal finance. If they have other relevant designations, that may be a bonus, but minimally they should have their CFP. Partner with a certified financial planner through a fee-only firm. That way, you ensure that you get independent, comprehensive fiduciary advice and planning. The easiest way to find a planner of this caliber is to go to feeonlynetwork.com. All financial advisors and planners registered there are fee-only fiduciary certified financial planners who work with a fee-only independent RA firm. A partner helps you build and stick to the plan. Understanding and believing in the plan help you act on that plan. Discipline and patience enable you to keep acting for decades. The 7 pillars are planning, discipline, patience, knowledge, belief, action, and partnership. Incorporate these into all areas of your financial life, and you will find greater success. Ignore them at your extreme peril. If you want more content like this, subscribe to the YouTube channel or the podcast feed. If you found this helpful, drop us a like and a positive review. And if you want guided education on retirement income, you can get my book 3D Retirement Income on Amazon for free at RetireMentorship.com. Links are in the description. Otherwise, we'll see you on the other side. Cheers.